Good evening, and welcome to a special edition of the Werff Report for February 18th, Keeping America Vigilant 2021. Being restored. Texas Governor Greg Abbot has issued an update saying that 1.6 million homes have had their power restored, with current power generation continuing to restore about 200,000 homes per hour. Our earlier report showed you how Texans were sleeping in their vehicles in order to stay warm after massive power outages from fierce winter weather affected multiple states. Since then, many have died from the storm, and reports of deaths and poisoning from carbon monoxide have skyrocketed. Texas is also ordering an investigation into the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, saying they've been anything but reliable. The episode has only served to legitimize President Trump's criticism of wind energy, as frozen turbines have greatly contributed to the current catastrophe. Americans in this day and age must question everything. The Democrats, establishment politicians, and even foreign countries have infiltrated every aspect of this country, and the depth of this is becoming more and more apparent every day. It's entirely possible that people have infiltrated key positions in Texas and other states to willfully allow these things to occur, perhaps as some sort of punishment, since Texas has been a driving force against the fraudulent Biden administration, even being the first state to launch lawsuits against it to protect its residents. We don't want to generate any conspiracy theories here, but the pure number of coincidences that are happening in favor of the Democrats are becoming undeniably odd. The timing of these things over the past year or so has been interesting. Take the death of the great Rush Limbaugh, for example. You mean to tell me that around the same time a deadly pandemic came in that created the perfect conditions to allow Democrats to steal the 2020 election, one of the most powerful conservative forces in existence, with over 68 million listeners per week, was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer? The Democrats and the establishment have hated Rush Limbaugh for decades, and he was always their number one enemy before Trump came along. We're not making any accusations here, but do we honestly think that all of this naturally occurred and just so happens to afford the Democrats the total power and control they've always wanted? Call us crazy, but it's much more believable that the Democrats paid off or bribed a doctor to get rid of one of their arch enemies in 2020 than it would be to believe that all of these things occurred by pure coincidence. The death of Rush Limbaugh is the biggest long-term victory for the Democrats that could ever be imagined. It's even more important to them than dethroning President Trump, because Rush was a human lie detector. In fact, that was his nickname, and he always exposed the left and the media for what they did. The influence and power he had in favor of the truth was bigger than any of us could ever imagine, and they hated him for it. These are things to think about, America, because a lot of things in 2020 just don't make common sense, and over time, the truth will be revealed. In the meantime, keep praying, folks. Our God is a God of justice and truth, and while the devil may win the battles, it's God who will ultimately win the war. Thanks for watching, America, and if you haven't done so already, please go to thewerffreport.com to sign up for our new platform subscription before we leave YouTube and all other platforms for good in the coming days. You can choose from a regular monthly subscription for $1.99 a month, our discounted subscription for the military, senior citizens, and those experiencing financial hardship for $1.36 a month, or our new annual subscription by viewer request for only $15 a year. You do not need a PayPal account to subscribe. Simply click the PayPal button on the subscription page and then click Pay with Credit or Debit Card. We appreciate your support and we love you all. This has been a special edition of the Werff Report for February 18th, Keeping You Vigilant, America 2021. God bless you all, God bless President Trump, and God bless America.